Well, hey, good afternoon everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am Andrew and I'm back in Tenerife. If you are new to the channel, I do live here, but I've been away for the last few weeks. I've been in Florida, plenty of vlogs from there, but I am now back in Tenerife, and I did promise I was going to bring a little bit of a news update once I got back, just to keep you all in the loop. A few things did change while I was away. I did do a little update on that. I'll quickly recap that news and those changes that went on while I wasn't here. It's good to be back. As you can see, the weather is it's pretty nice. It started off cloudy this morning. When we landed, it was a bit grey as well, but we have had some nice sunny spells. It's definitely warmer than when I left 3 weeks ago. It's about 26, 27 all day at the moment. And you've got people out on the kayaks, the Fred Olsen coming in there as well. To recap what happened while I was away, they did lift the restrictions on the UK travellers that were unvaccinated. So if you are from the UK and you are unvaccinated, you can now travel to Spain, Canary Islands with a negative PCR test or a negative antigen test, which is a little bit cheaper. Also, you can enter with a recovery certificate. So if you have had COVID recently and you've recovered and you have a proper certificate with your name, the date you tested positive, negative, etc., you can enter with that as well. I am fully vaccinated with the booster. When I travelled in a few days ago, it was sort of random checks, just checking people's vaccination certificates, and then obviously if you said that you weren't vaccinated, they were checking the negative test. It is random selection. Not every single person's going to be asked, but you never know when or who is going to ask you. We weren't checked on the UK end, it was just this end. The lady did ask me just to quickly show my vaccination certificate. It was a quick check on the phone and job done. Once you arrive here, there is pretty much no restrictions anymore, apart from wearing masks on public transport, which is your taxis, your buses. You've got to wear them in pharmacies and doctors as well. But other than that, there is no capacity restrictions, no mask restrictions anymore. You can come, enjoy, have a great time. It is far more easier now. Got to say, the flight home I got back with Ryanair cost me a fortune. It was full. So were all the other flights, full to the brim. It's made a massive difference to the price of flights and how full they are. This change with the unvaccinated being allowed in. It was a little bit manic at Manchester, but we got through okay, all absolutely fine. This end was lovely and quiet, only 2 planes on the tarmac. Manchester, on the other hand, very hectic. But security not too bad actually, only took us about 15 minutes with fast track. So to jump into some of the news that's gone on while I've been away, and some of the recent news I'm going to run through now. That starts with the new check-in and boarding gates open at Tenerife South Airport. I've covered that a little bit over the recent months, and it is now open for check-in and boarding gates. Some of the rest hasn't opened yet, especially the arrivals section. But from Wednesday 25th of May, passengers departing from Tenerife South will now access their boarding area through the new security controls located on the same floor as check-in in the new terminal. Some travellers have already used the terminal, but today it is in full effect for Ryanair and EasyJet passengers. I spoke to a few people who passed through there. They said it was really, really fast. They've got nice new machines, all going to be far more efficient. They spent a lot of money on it. They have revealed more plans to update the airport as well. What I imagine they'll do is, once everyone is travelling and coming in and out of that new section, they may close some of the older section to revamp that as well, and then hopefully we'll have a whole new look, fresh look to the terminal, to the airport. On Monday, the Cabildo did announce 2 new projects for the Tenerife South Airport at a cost of €8 million. Of this, €6.3 million will be allocated to the drafting of the new project for the comprehensive remodelling, and the other €1.7 million will be used for actions complementary to this remodelling. So a lot of work going on. It is looking good from that new section, does look very nice. I flew from there a few weeks ago, from that new little section. They call it the Brexit section. It's where all the UK flights seem to go from, and it is nice in there. It's a lot more airy, open air. You've got nice natural light coming down as well. But the other interesting article I found here in the Canarian Weekly was as regards to the plans to ban private vehicle access for visitors to Mount Teide. I'm personally quite disappointed with this, not just because I've got a car rental here. I don't think it really affects that, but more for me, I won't really want to go up. If they bring this new rule into place, I'll be a lot more put off going. They did announce that the plans to access the park which changes absolutely radically. According to the park director, private vehicles will not be permitted. Instead, visitors will be required to use a shuttle bus from 3 interchanges. One of those is Villaflor on the way up, so you will park at Villaflor in some form of underground. I don't know how that's going to work. It's going to have to be a big car park. Then you'll get off and then you'll get on a bus and then they'll bus you for the rest of the way. Personally, not my cup of tea. I prefer going up, parking at the different spots I want to park at, getting different pictures. It's going to take the fun of adventure away from it, I think. It's going to put a lot of people off. I personally don't want to drive all that way up there, then stand around waiting for a bus, then get on a bus. It's meant to be a fleet of 22 low-emission vehicles that are going to run the route continuously. Over 4 million annual sightseers do go up, and that's going to hopefully cover all of those 22 constant vehicles doing the loop. They have argued that despite repeated requests to behave appropriately in the protected environment, we've seen plenty of examples of utter disregard for the protected national treasure. So we are going to pay the price. We're going to have to start getting buses. Personally, I'll do it maybe once a year, but the bus bit does put me off. I like to just go up in my own time, stop off at different points. You know, that spot's full, I'll park there. Oh, I'll park at the hotel, have a coffee. Going to put me off a little bit, but we'll see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I think it is going to put a lot of people going off up there, but they've got to protect it at the same time, so I do completely get it. There's arguments for and against there, but I am a little bit more disappointed. I'd have preferred maybe more patrols up there, more people getting fined if they do something wrong instead of this bus thing. I don't think it sounds very attractive to me, in my opinion. In other bits of news, the Canary Islands has been nice and busy. 73 weekly flights between the Canary Islands and Italy will start this summer as well. So we're going to see plenty of Italians. It is a popular summer destination for them, nice and warm. So we're going to see a lot more flights going from here to Italy, which is fantastic. It's going to boost the numbers even more. Tenerife wants to attract Canadian remote workers and digital nomads. Turismo de Tenerife has participated in the Running Remote 2022 event with the purpose of promoting the island as a destination for teleworking, publicising the actions that are being implemented to develop the digital ecosystem. So we're hopefully going to try and bring a lot more of those nomads over from Canada in particular. That would be nice to get some Canadian visitors. They can come over, they can work. What will happen is they're not going to be taxed over here if they do that. They'll still be taxed in their own country, but they can come over and do their work remotely, which is nice. Also enjoy a bit of time. That does boost the likes of car hire, the likes of property rentals, restaurants, excursions. They're over here, but they are going to be spending, they're going to be having fun at the weekends. It's all a big boost, and it does give us a nice mix as well. You're going to have, you know, hear a nice few Canadian accents. It's going to bring a little bit of variety as well, which is nice. Tying in with that topic, over 1 million international tourists visited the Canary Islands in March. The Canary Islands have received 1.1 million international tourists in March 2022, being the first time when the archipelago exceeded the 1 million tourist barrier since the pandemic started. Absolutely fantastic numbers. This means that the Canaries have received 11 times more tourists in March 2022 compared with March 2021, when they only had 100,525 last year. So what a massive difference that is. Absolutely fantastic. Spain as a whole was visited by 4 million international tourists in March, which means a 720.5% increase compared to March 2021. It still means that Spain hasn't reached pre-pandemic figures in terms of visitor numbers, but it is a massive step in the right direction. I think this summer is going to be absolutely mad. For me personally, car reservations really busy in June. May sort of steady, but June does seem to be getting quite busy now. I think that will be a lot of the people, now they can come over unvaccinated, will start to filter through and book for June, July, August. July, August I think is going to be mad as well. But very positive news there, made up with those numbers. Let me know your thoughts on that. Will you be one of those numbers travelling over in the next few months? If you are, do let me know when you're travelling. Are you coming in the peak summer, school holidays, or are you going to try and avoid those and come in June? As I said, June is still looking quite busy though. I'd say it's steady at the moment. I wouldn't say it was mad busy. I'd say it was steady. So that is basically the the topics that I wanted to run through. There is other bits of news out there, and they are all in the description, the links, so you can go off and have a read of them as well. There's Canarian Weekly and also guide to the Canary Islands.com as well. You can check those out in the description. Since being back, as I said, steady busy, not mad busy. Weather is very nice as well. If you're all coming over, have a fantastic time. What I would say is, from driving around, the bars and restaurants do look very busy, so I still stand by my recommendation of getting things booked in advance if you can. If there's an excursion you really want to do, or a restaurant you really want to try, get it booked in, get it sorted, and you can enjoy. That is going to be it from me. Do let me know about the news updates. Do you want me to continue with them? They did go very, very well, keeping people updated with the rule changes. Now, as we come out of COVID and all the restrictions sort of being dropped, do you want me to continue on with the updates? Let me know in the comments. I am happy to continue them, but do let me know your thoughts. Do you want a little bit of a weekly update from Tenerife, Canary Islands, or now the rule changes, would you rather we spend the time on something else? Do let me know. If you are new, make sure you do subscribe. We're nearly at 42,000 subscribers. There's currently a big 40,000 subscriber giveaway going on the channel. That is free to enter. You've got until the 10th of June to enter that as well. There's a combined prize there worth €600. There's all kinds. There's a week's car hire over here. There's KnightStrider merchandise. There's a dental package with brushes and whitening kits and everything. There's also a Ring doorbell as well, so there's 5 prizes you can win. It's completely free. I'll leave the link in the description for the 40,000 subscriber giveaway video. What you've got to do is be subscribed to the channel, like the video, and also comment on that video your favourite video overall on the channel. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and stride on. See you soon.